What is going on YouTube? Kronos here, and welcome back to another PSO2 video. So today we're going to be reacting to the balance adjustments that we've got coming in October. Kind of figured they'd be coming like mid-October. It looks like they're coming fairly soon. Now, I do have to mention that I wasn't really spoiled on these notes just yet. I haven't read through them personally, but I have been pinged in Discord that I definitely need to take a look at this. I have also seen my friends' thumbnails about their videos, so something tells me I'm not going to be super happy with these balance adjustments, but let's go ahead and read through them. So as you can see, pretty much every class got balance adjustments, which is cool to see. I know a lot of classes have been really wanting some balance adjustments. Hopefully they're good. And you know, with them being announced this early, I guess they can be slightly tweaked. So yeah, they usually don't show values in this, so it's going to be tough to say exactly what we're going to be looking at, but let's find out. So hunter balance adjustments, class skill adjustments. Okay, so they're doing class skill, weapons, and then PAs probably separately, I'm guessing. Yep. All right, dope. I'm guessing the PAs will be under the weapon adjustments. Cool. So class skill adjustments. The following adjustments will be made to hunter class skills. Okay, I'm not gonna read that every single time. Hunter arts perfect parry, extended the time during which attacks are negated when a photon art is activated. Hunter arts perfect parry. I guess they're increasing the amount of time you have to activate Hunter arts perfect parry. Like, yeah, because it's weird right now, right? Like there are times you can activate the perfect parry, but you still take damage. I suppose they're increasing that time frame that doesn't happen anymore. I'll have to see. Also increasing the potency of partisan parry, alternate assault, and assault charge. Dope. So partisan gets a little bit of a buff there. Sword apparently needs quite a bit of love. At the moment it's being treated as just like the burst weapon while a target's down, and that's it, which is weird to see because the burst is just relentless cleave charge. I think that's all I've seen, that and caliber streak. So maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. We'll have to see what they've got. So enabled left right movement in steps 1 to 4 of sword normal attacks when carrying out aerial attacks. So you can move now in the air between the first and the fourth, so basically from 1 to 4 on your normal attacks, and increase the potency of step 5 of normal attacks. So your 5th normal actually hits harder, which is important because whenever you perfect guard, you actually go into your 5th normal. So that's really good. Also, I'm recording this on my lunch break in the morning, so apologies if I seem a bit tired. Extended guard points in all directions for step 5 of sword normals. I didn't realize that your 5th normal had guard frames, but now I do. Increased potency of sword photon blast, expanded attack range of sword photon blast. So they increase the amount of damage and how large the photon blast is. Not bad. And then it looks like Spiral Edge and Twisting Zapper got the same change. It looks like it increased their potency, adjusted potency allocation. In case you're curious of what that means, essentially there's usually parts where photon arts do a certain amount of damage in a certain part of the actual photon art. So usually when they adjust the potency allocation, that means that they move around where the damage is done, whether they front load it or they load it back in the rear of the actual attack to make sure that it's balanced. Sometimes, actually, I think that's what they did for Julian Dance back in the day outside of nerfing it, because its damage was all very, very front loaded. Caliber streak increased potency. Nice. We're also drinking coffee while we do this, by the way, so very, very freeform. Relentless cleave, increased potency, adjusted potency allocation, so more damage and also retooled where its damage is at. Relaxed cancellation timing for both charged and uncharged weapon actions. Enabled left-right movement for both charged and uncharged attacks. Removed attack potency attenuation over distance for charged attacks. What do they mean by that one? I think they mean like the amount of damage that's dealt based on where you hit with the ability, probably. So that probably isn't a thing anymore. Seems like the sweet spot sort of modifier. And then added guard points in all directions for charged attacks. Okay, so you have guard points on Relentless Cleave now. Nice. Wire lance adjustments. Added period of invulnerability and guard points in all directions for 4th step of this is going to be a long video, I'm noticing now. Okay. Strap in, friends. Added period of invulnerability and guard points in all directions to wired lance weapon actions when performing a forward-facing variant attack. Okay. Increased potency of rear-facing variant attacks of wired lance weapon action. Added period of vulnerability to rear-facing variant attacks of Wire Lance weapon actions. Increased potency of Wire Lance Photon Blast. And okay, so they did the... Feels like this is going to be a consistent thing we'll see a lot. So we'll have to see if that's just popping up for everyone, where they just got more damage and more range on their Photon Blast. But it looks like a lot of solid bonuses for Wire Lance. Added some guard points in, added some extra damage on some variant attacks. That's pretty nice. And then its Photon Arts it got is... Vani Mixture got increased potency and Hellish Fall. Added period of invulnerability and guard points in all directions to uncharged attacks. Okay, so it's basically safer to use this ability now. Cool, that's actually pretty nice. They added so they added a period of invulnerability and guard points in all directions. Why would you? I guess it's like probably a point of invulnerability at the very start of the ability, and then like as the ability is going off, there's guard points on. I feel like you don't need both, but that seems a bit overkill unless they separated it that way. So, which cool. And the reason why this matters is some abilities just can't be guarded. They have to be iframed. So something that like usually, funny enough, if you're familiar with grabs in fighting games, usually a grab can't be guarded. It has to be iframed. So that's something to keep in mind. Partisan adjustments enabled left-right movement for steps 1 to 3. So more movement on your normal attacks. Potency of step 4 normal attack has been increased. Okay. Expanded the range of 4th step of normal attack. So increased range on 4th step. Extended guard points in all directions for 4th step, so better guard point. Updated partisan weapon actions to generate a period of invulnerability upon successful guard. Added an iframe in, very nice. Increased potency of partisan Photon Blast, yep, same thing. Photon Blast stuff, okay. And then just increased the potency of all of their PAs. Just gave them potency on everything. I guess it's because a lot of other things also adjusted partisan, right? When it comes to Hunter balance, so they already had some other things up here, so that makes sense. So that's all for Hunter. Hunter's looking pretty solid. They just buffed it. They buffed everything more or less. Is this everything that Hunter needed? We'll have to see when we get a hold of it. The fighter balance adjustments. This is interesting because I feel like fighter doesn't need a whole lot. I feel like fighter's kind of crushing. The only issue I have with fighter is in its knuckle department, and it's with... They didn't touch it. Okay, well, that's the only PA I have an issue with, but it's probably mostly because of a skill issue. So the following adjustments were made to fighter skills. So acceleration drive added some vulnerability, saber parry counter and saber parry another counter, increase movement distance. Interesting. Twin dagger adjustments. So updated twin dagger weapon action to generate a period of vulnerability on successful guard. I feel like this is going to be consistent. This is popping up a lot. Whenever you get a successful guard, you get a period of invulnerability. Increased potency of twin daggers, Photon Blast. Yep, okay, Photon Blast stuff. And then PAs got buffed. So circling buzzard increased potency, and potency allocation was adjusted. Hell's coat increased potency, and then potency adjustment. Okay, allocation. Expanded the attack range of the shockwave portion of the second half. Improved shockwave portion of the second half of the attack so it hits multiple enemies. Interesting. There's a bit more AoE to this now. Ripper, increased potency and potency allocation, and limber figure. I mean, I'm really not sure about this PA here. I'm only used to everything before that because that's when I played fighter mostly. So I'm not sure if this needed anything more than this or if it's already very useful. Fighter mains will have to tell me, or I guess dagger mains will have to tell me. Double saber adjustment. Extended guard points in all directions for step 4 of double saber's 4th normal. Cool. Increased movement distance of double saber's weapon action. Not bad. Increased potency of double saber's field. Yep. Okay, we already know about this and this. That's fine. Enabled player movement during double saber Photon Blast. Interesting. This is a new one. So you can now, I guess, readjust where your Photon Blast is going so you don't just whiff. That's actually pretty awesome. Hopefully you'll be able to like kind of like curve it back around in case your target moves moves behind you or moves away from you in some weird way. Unchained Circle. Extended the guard points of the second half and all why? This already had really good guard frames. And expanded the attack range. This, okay, that seems a bit strange, but they just buffed the hell out of Unchained Circle. I thought that was already very good, personally. Quick Gash added a period of vulnerability to both the first and the second half. Actually pretty nice because there was a chunk where you basically were just left to get wrecked. And then Knuckle Adjustment. Extended guard points in all directions for the 5th step of Knuckles normal. Nice, because you had to actually be really careful with that 5th normal, since whenever you got your sway off, you would get a chart, or you would store a 5th normal, and then you had to not throw that 5th normal out when you could get hit. Now that there's a guard point on it, you can just kind of throw it out whenever you want to, You can actually throw it out into attacks now as a defensive option too. Relax hit stop when attacked by an enemy in the 5th step of, okay, so also, not only they added a guard point, they immediately relaxed its hit stop. I feel like you didn't need to do that, I guess. That's weird. Okay, increased potency of, okay, yep, that's just photon art stuff. So they increased the potency of Swift Rush, and then they increased the potency just okay, so they just buffed Swift Rush, 1000 blows, and double drive, and they adjusted its potency allocation. We'll have to see how they adjusted it when we get a hold of it in game. I'm not going to really touch on this every single time. I'm just going to say it now. We don't know how they adjusted the potency allocation, whether they front loaded it, whether they rear loaded it. Depends on what they decide to do. So we'll wait till we get it in game. Ranger, moving on to classes I have a little bit less experience in, so I can't really speak a lot to them. Just know that in advance. So if I say something that seems kind of strange or weird, just know that I'm not a Ranger main, so I probably am missing it. It's probably a skill issue. Let's see. Blight rounds, increase motion speed. Okay, that just means that not as much travel time, which sounds nice. Relax cancellation timing for weapon actions. Didn't know that that was an issue, but good that it's relaxed. Launcher blight rounds increase, okay, and mitigated drop timing. I guess this had some fall off. Interesting. Okay. Assault rifle adjustments. Updated invulnerability duration activation timing for assault rifle weapon actions. Okay, so this actually is good. I've tried using the invuln on or the invulnerability frames on the rifle weapon action. They're pretty terrible, so that's actually really nice. Updated assault rifle weapon actions to extend invulnerability duration upon successful dodge. Even better. Relaxed attack. So the relaxed attack cancellation timing for assault rifle weapon action. Relaxed sidestep cancellation timing. Sped up variant timings for rifle, grenadier class skill, and the assault rifle weapon actions. A mitigated drop for, I mean, I think this just really means that they made it so you use this ability faster. A mitigated drop for assault rifle weapon actions when enemies are within a certain range. Increased potency of assault rifle, photon blast. Yep, that's photon blast stuff. Okay. What about its oh my god. Okay. All right, rifle PAs, I see you. Raising shot, reduce PP costs, relax sidestep cancellation timing, both charged and uncharged. Relax cancellation timing for both charged and uncharged weapon actions. You can now jump the instant you start charging. Very nice. You can now cancel when performing a weapon action while charging. Okay, so you don't have to fire the shot. You can press the weapon action to cancel it. Okay, so they basically just made raising shot better. Its PP cost is down. It's now got less animation. You can charge it and jump immediately. Like, okay, that's all great. Didn't say increases damage though. Homing darts. Did homing darts really need anything? Increased potency, adjusted potency allocation. Did homing darts really need anything? Relax sidestep cancellation timing. I feel like they did a lot of this for a lot of the skills across the board for certain classes, just because they wanted them to be sort of in line with each other. So whether or not the skill actually needed it or not is up for debate in some situations, but I think they just did this so it's more uniform across the board. You can jump the instant you start charging. Okay, yeah, so any skills that you have to charge, essentially you can now jump immediately when you start charging. You don't have to wait a little while. And then cancel using weapon action, yep. Blaze shot, adjusted potency allocation, extended invulnerability duration, and relaxed cancellation timing for weapon actions. And revolt aim, relaxed cancellation timing for weapon actions. Jump the instant you start charging, yep, and then you can, yep, okay, so that's the same, pretty much the same thing across the board for the most part. When they got buffed in its potency was homing darts. Interesting. Blaze shot had its potency allocation moved around though, so we'll have to see how that one. Launcher adjustments. Relax sidestep cancellation timing for steps 1 to 3. Relax sidestep cancellation timing for launcher normal attacks when performing a charged attack, and then increase potency of launcher photon blast. And yep, okay, cool. I feel like I can get halfway into reading that. I'm like, oh, that's right, it's the same thing. Let's see. Fear Eraser added sidestep cancellation timing. Increased turning speed when starting and while attacking, added forward guard point when finishing the attack. Interesting. So if you let go of Fear Eraser, you have a guard point, even though you're kind of stuck in place for a second there. That's actually pretty nice. Multi-launch, increased potency, relaxed sidestep cancellation timing, added a period of invulnerability, and a forward guard point when finishing the attack. Is this going to be a consistent across the board? Divine Impact added a forward guard point to both charged and uncharged attacks. Yeah, okay, so basically whenever you're finishing an attack with launcher, you'll be able to have a guard point when you're finishing it off, since it has that weird little animation that you usually have of like kind of recovering with your launcher. The blowback, so to speak. Okay, hold on. A little bit of a stretch. Sorry about that. All right. Relaxed sidestep cancellation timings for uncharged attacks. Relaxed hit stop when attacked by an enemy while performing an uncharged attack for divine impact. Okay, cool. So yeah, launcher across the board seems like they've taken into account its recovery time, and they're trying to help mitigate that a bit for players. So Gunner balance adjustments. So what do we have for Gunner? Raising drive added period of vulnerability, so now you can dodge with it. Cool. Stylish roll counter bullet. Relax its angles. What the hell does that mean? Adjusted the position where attacks activate to make it easier to hit moving enemies. Huh. Okay, so they're basically just making it so it's easier for it to hit. Cool. Twin machine gun adjustments. Increased potency of twin machine gun photon. Yep, okay, don't matter. Bullet Rave got a forward guard point and a period of vulnerability to both charged and uncharged attacks. Very nice. And then aimless rain is now bigger. Okay. Interesting. All right. Rod adjustments. Okay, I was waiting to get a whole list of things to do with text, which I didn't think it needs at all. Honestly, text, I feel like we're in a pretty decent spot. So I'm surprised. I'm actually very pleased to see they didn't go crazy on that. Rod adjustments, they just increased the potency of Rod Photon Blast, but did not increase its range because it's already a laser. Nice. All right, Talus adjustments. Extended the invulnerability duration for Talus weapon actions. Updated Talus weapon actions to extend the invulnerability duration upon a successful dodge. Increase the potency of Talus Photon Blast. Yep, that's fine. Adjusted the effect indicating when the end of the duration of deployed Talus for Talus Photon Arts is drawing near to make it easier to recognize. Interesting. Okay, so they made it so it's easier for you to tell when you're about to run out of your deployed Talus stuff. Techer balance. I'm sure people, oh my god. All right, well, Tech remains. Hopefully this is what you're looking for. Increase the movement distance for steps 1 through 3. Increase motion speed for step 3 of normal attacks. Added a forward guard point to step 3. Extended the guard points in all directions for step 4. Increase movement distance of wand weapon actions. Did you need to move further with the weapon action? What? Extended the guard receptive period for wand weapon actions. Okay, so the guard now has a longer time frame that it can hit or take an attack. Updated the wand weapon action to generate a period of vulnerability upon successful guard. So you actually have an iframe now whenever you guard properly. Expanded the attack range of wand's photonic fury. I don't think that's what it needed personally. Increased fuse technique gauge accumulation for wand's photonic fury. Relaxed cancellation timing of weapon actions for wand's photonic. Wait, hold on. Increased fuse technique gauge accumulation. Did that? Okay. Does that mean that now if you pop photonic fury that you generate your compound text faster? Is that what its use is now, instead of just using it for normal attacks without blowback? What? Okay. And maybe that's what it's been used for this entire time, and I just didn't know because I'm not a wand main. Let's see. Increased potency of wand photon. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Increased movement speed of wand's photon blast and increase the turning performance of wand's photon blast. So basically, they just made it so it's a bit easier to use. Damage, range, speed, and turning. Nice. Oh, okay. They buffed the PAs. Let's see. Swift Smash has increased potency. Relaxed sidestep cancellation timing. Okay, cool. For charged and uncharged, relaxed cancellation timing for both charged and uncharged. Increased movement distance for both charged and uncharged. Added a forward guard point. Relaxed hit stop when attacked by an enemy during the charge attack. Not what Swift Smash needs, in my opinion. I mean, if it charges faster, sure. It does more damage, cool. Maybe that's worth it, but it feels pretty bad to use, honestly. That's the big issue with Swift Smash. It just doesn't feel great to use. You've got like a gap close charged ability for single target, and you have like an AoE ability that's so strong that you use it for single target, and it's high commitment. We were talking about this on stream. It's not like that's the biggest issue for Wand right now. Its single target is basically being shared right now with its AoE, and its single target and its AoE is high commitment after the first smash. So it's realistically what it needs is a good single target ability. And then it needs one high commitment and then one not so high commitment. So like make Swift Smash your high commitment, like it does a ton of damage if you land it properly, but then give them another PA that's a bit less damage, that's lower commitment, that you can spam pretty safely and still guard pretty decently in between for active play. I feel like that's realistically what it needs. Is Wave Crash being your single target option is not it, homie. Increased potency, relax. I mean, that's cool. does more damage. Basically not what it needed to do, but wand also doesn't really do the amount of damage it needs to do during downs in the first place. It needs that PA, but we're harping it. Let's keep going. Relax sidestep cancellation timing. Relax cancellation timing for weapon actions. Add an effect to prevent launch and knockback during the activation motion. When activated on the ground, aerial markers no longer appear after the attack. I read that. I don't get it. Add an effect to prevent launch and knockdown during the activation. Wait, they gave us super armor? So now it's high commitment, but also free mostly. Wait, what? Okay, I guess. Add an effect to prevent launch and knockback during the activation motion. I guess during the first part, but that's the part that you could cancel. Is it during the whole thing? That's weirdly worded. I'm not sure. When activated on the ground, aerial markers will no longer appear after the attack. Okay, cool. Whatever. I don't think that mattered very much. Excuse me? Okay, katana adjustments. Increase potency of katana photon blast, expand the attack range, and increase the travel distance. Okay. Thank fucking God. I was like, please do not do any more to katana. Leave it alone. All right, bow adjustments. Relax sidestep cancellation timing and weapon action cancellation time for both charged and uncharged. Extended invulnerability duration for bow's weapon action. I don't think it needed it, but that's still probably not, unwanted. A mitigated drop for bow weapon actions when enemies are within a certain range, and increased potency of bow photon blast. Okay, because range did not need to be increased because it's already ranged. Holy crap, every single PA of this got touched. Was that? Okay, we're not going to go any further. Flex arrow. Relaxed sidestep cancellation timing for both charged and uncharged. Relaxed cancellation timing for both charged and uncharged. Extended forward guard point when 2-stage charge. Okay, so we're gonna skip most of these where it says relax, because we know they relax the cancellation timings. It says this on all of them. We're focused on the other portion of this, so there we go. So extended the forward guard point when 2 stages charged. So basically a longer guard point. Cool. Expanded attack range, or sorry, expanded attack range when charged. Okay, so larger attack range. Reduced time to charge for dimensional ray, so it goes out faster. And then nothing. Ceaseless draw just got whatever all the other PAs got. So it seems like they're reducing the cancellation timing and they're relaxing the cancellation timing for like sidestep cancellation and just standard canceling. Okay, I'm not sure if that's what bow really needed, but hopefully it'll make it more comfortable to play. I'm gonna speed past this and I'm gonna jump down to Harmonizer, or to Waker, and then we're gonna do Bouncer last. Okay, so Waker, linear drive and linear drive encore, extended invulnerability duration. Cool. Not really sure this was necessary. Waker mains will have to let me know because I only played it like the first day it came out basically to level it, and that was about it. Harmonizer adjustments. So added sidestep cancellation timing to both weapon action cancellation. Okay, so and normal attacks by holding down the button. Interesting. Oh no, I'm sorry. Added sidestep cancellation timing and weapon action cancellation timing for Harmonizer normal attacks when attacking by holding down the button. Okay, cool. I thought they added like a cancellation timing by holding down the button. I was like, wait, what? Updated Harmonizer weapon actions to generate a period of invulnerability upon successful guard. That seems to be pretty normal across the board. Everyone has got a guard so far has gotten a period of invulnerability now. Adjusted the sound effect for successful guards for Harmonizer weapon actions to make them easier to recognize, and increase the potency of Harmonizer photon blast. Okay, cool. Fedran Riding added a period of invulnerability for variant attacks, and then Wolfen Demolition and Wolfen Raid got a forward guard point for non-variant versions. Okay, so while you're spamming these, it's a bit easier that you got a guard point now. Actually, that's kind of nice, because trying to spam, I think it was Wolfen Demolition for AoE. I think that was the skill that you used, but either way, it was kind of difficult to do. So nice. Basically, whatever the not single target, but whatever the Wolf Boy's AoE skill was kind of difficult to do without getting knocked back and stuff like that. So getting that forward guard point will be pretty nice to use. All right, how to get that yawn out? Let me get a sip of my coffee. Let's roll up to bouncer changes because I feel like I'm not gonna be happy about this one. Rip Bozo. Wow. Okay. Bouncer adjustments. Blade Arts parry. Relaxed attack angles. Dude. I swear there's someone on the dev team that just hates soaring blades. I really do. I really feel like there's someone on the dev team that hates soaring blades. What is this? Are you serious? This is it? That's all? Come on. They hate the weapon. I have to say they hate it. They hate it. They hate it. Rip Bozo. This is literally a Rip Bozo moment. There's 25 minutes into this video just to get Rip Bozo. This is what you guys watched for. I'm going to probably put like chapters in this video so you guys can skip to the part where I'm just like really sad that soaring blades again got nothing. Nothing. We literally got nothing. Relaxed attack angles. What I think this actually means is that when Blade Art's parry goes off, they made it so like the actual sword that falls down can now hit better if a target's moving faster or something like that. Because if a target moves like fast enough across the actual guard, they can possibly dodge it. So I feel like relaxed attack angles just means that you're able to like actually catch. Come on, dude. I don't want to be all upset and like ruin. Like I feel like I'm gonna ruin this video if I get like real upset about this. But this is actually just. This is so depressing. This is so incredibly depressing. I know not every Soaring Blades bouncer agrees with me when it comes to like the actual balance, and they enjoy the back and forth of like having a step counter versus having a guard counter, things like that. But I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. The only class in the entire game that has to worry about stupid stuff like this, and it's so annoying. It's nothing. It got nothing. It got nothing. Oh, Rip Bozo. All right, what did Jet Boots get? They buffed Jet. They buffed Jet Boots. Were Jet Boots underperforming? Okay, maybe Jet Boot mains will actually agree with me for once. I don't think this was their problem. I think Jet Boots just suffers from over-engineering when it comes to a weapon. I feel like they've overcomplicated this weapon in its role. On your own, you really don't carry the ability to proc elemental downs, but in a team, you're not necessary to proc elemental downs. It's such a weird spot, and I feel like this wasn't what you needed. Why do I feel like Bouncer got the most shafted of every class adjustment? Katana, keep quiet. You didn't need anything. Rod, shut up. You also didn't need anything. Wow. Okay, I guess I should wrap up this video and give my final thoughts on this. I gave up half my lunch for this. All right. So final thoughts. A lot of classes are getting good balance adjustments that they need. I like what I'm seeing for Hunter, Fighter. Ranger seems to be getting some pretty nice stuff as well, with increased, basically increased use of your different PAs or whatever. Like, you know, the ability to jump while charging, its cancellation without like having to, you know, lose the PP and things of that sort. So that seems pretty good. I don't know if Tector got what it absolutely needed. I still feel like Tector would do very well at getting a single PA. Yeah, they need, honestly, I feel like they need a PA that's focused on single target damage. Make Swift Smash into their high commitment, high damage ability, and then give them something, basically jump the actual potency this thing does, essentially. Make it their high commitment, make it their equivalent to, where is it? Let me jump down to Sword. Make it their equivalent to Sword's Relentless Cleave, basically, as far as damage goes, and then give them something else that they can use for just in between while they're just attacking. I don't know if this just means that now they have super armor while using Wave Crash. I'm not sure if it's just during the very beginning of Wave Crash or anything along those lines, or how they're setting this up. We'll have to see. But I feel like that would make Wand feel a lot better to play if you had something that you could use. Very similar to Katana Balance, actually. If you guys are unfamiliar with Katana PAs, Katana's got a single PA that does a lot of damage, but it's high commitment, and they cannot cancel out of it. But they then have another PA that does a bit less damage, not a lot less, but a bit less damage, enough to be recognizable, but is low commitment that they can use and then still cancel everything into their guards. So you have something for whenever your target's downed versus you have something for whenever your target's moving around and you need to be more active. So definitely cool. I'm happy to see these balance changes. A lot of classes got what they needed, and they didn't touch certain classes that didn't need to be touched. I'm happy I didn't see Force get absolutely buffed like crazy or nerfed. Didn't need to be nerfed, but didn't need to be buffed. I'm happy to see that, Braver Katana didn't get touched. It's good where it's at. It's very, very strong. It didn't need to be buffed. It didn't need to be nerfed, but it also didn't need to be buffed. I don't know what I can say about Bouncer anymore, man. I really don't. I don't know what I can say about Soaring Blades Bouncer anymore, but this is a Rip Bozo moment. Well, this video is long enough as it is, guys. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you did make it all the way to the end, let me know what you think about your class balance changes in the comments below. Of course, be respectful to one another. But I can get where people are upset. I'm not gonna even lie to you guys. I'm pretty sad about these changes when it comes to my class. But like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to keep up with more, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Peace out.